All right.
Hello, Doug.
Órale. So, ¿cómo estás? What
I'm so glad you just learned the meaning of the word orale.
I did. I did. Yes. Thank you for clarifying. But what's up?
What's up, Snoot Doggy?
How's it going?
Good. I'm excited. I'm learning. It's not only about doing like an audio interviews with the podcast, but now doing this live with you and then doing a recap of our activities in the last month. It's really interesting. So it's ideal for those of you that maybe you're not a podcast
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
It's okay. You don't have to be. This is the place where you should be. Or maybe you like our podcast so much
That's
that
right.
we can't stay away from us. That, ooh, hello, Gina America, Walla Walla, Washington. I love Washington. Actually, Amanda is going to be passing through Washington soon, okay? She's on her way to Oregon. She left me in Phoenix as soon as we got the heat wave. She abandoned LP headquarters and headed to the West Coast. So, Gina, yes, good for you. I love it. You guys have a much beautiful weather over there in
Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah.
Although, when they get that heat wave with the humidity in Washington, ouch, Seattle
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. And so much moisture up there. I'd faint, Clara. I'd swoon in that heat. I almost did in Arizona out there when I came to see you a couple of months ago.
Oh,
It got a little bit too dry for Snoop Doggy. It was like, oh,
oh, yeah, yeah. That was, guys, so Doug is like, oh, in my house, we always have the AC on, so I'm going to enjoy the heat of Arizona. So he goes to go and have his lunch outside.
yeah.
It's like, Dad, I hope you're okay. Let me know if you need anything. Just be safe. I saw that. How was it? Took you like what, 5 minutes later?
I don't know. And I always wear, and you asked me this multiple times. I always wear a jacket. For some reason, I've always got a light jacket on. And I had a jacket on and I was sitting out there and I was at some point, at first it was like, this is nice. And then it was like, this is hot. So, you know, I had to come back into the AC.
That's right. That's right. Hey, thank you, AC.
I know.
Arizona, it's been very hot. It's been very hot, but I'm glad that you are in wine country,
That's right.
Temecula. How is it over there,
It's
Doug?
nice. It's warm, but in general, we like it. I'm going to a show this weekend out at the winery, one of the wineries for my birthday. Some 80s tribute bands are playing, so that'll be fun. But yeah, it's nice.
That's amazing. That's
But
amazing. I love it. Can't wait to visit you over there so we can do wine
yeah,
tasting.
we'll do it.
So
We will do it. But
let's do this, Doug.
yeah, hey Gina, hey Kim. More people are coming in. We are here for it's the Clara and Doug show, here for the June Seller Community Podcast live cast, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Yes, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Cheryl's here, Kim's here, Gloria's here,
We got New York in the
Doug's
house.
here.
90. Oh, Gloria. Ouch.
Oh yeah,
Ouch.
that's close.
Okay.
North
So
Carolina.
I can imagine Gloria going like a roasted chicken. Okay. New York.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it does get hot when you go for a walk in New York and it's like 92. Ouch. It
Yeah,
is
it's
hot.
crazy. Again, that humidity, just all these different spots. And
But Gloria, you're doing great. Okay. Just don't come to Arizona right now to visit me. Okay. You will not like it. Okay. 92 in New York like makes it look like paradise. Okay. Compared to
yeah,
Arizona.
we'll be out there in a couple months. Wink, wink.
uh,
All right, Yaya's here. Yaya rambles. What's up,
Yaya
Cheryl?
Rambles. I love Yaya Ramble.
Cheryl. Now here's
Hey,
Cheryl. Don't you only have a couple months left, and then you're retiring to sell full time, right? Cheryl,
I think
think so.
so. Yeah,
I think
I think I can't wait. Ooh, Cheryl says Florida in the house, AC
Florida.
for me. Oh, I just saw that Casey was doing it. Just one of our referral members, Rockstar Flipper Casey, just did a post, Doug, that it was so hot and humid for him that he cannot even imagine to be out of the pool today.
It's tough with this floating laptop.
Well, Cheryl, yeah, we'll get you a waterproof laptop so you can go and list from your comfort of the pool.
There you go. I saw one of these floaties the other day that had joysticks, so you could drive it around the pool. So that's what he needs, a BMW pool float.
Oh, there she is. Oh, it says 34 more years until I can retire.
There's still time, Ed, but it looks like you're doing great.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love it. 95 in Kansas right now, 102 heat index. Oh, Kim, wow. That's intense. Okay. Huh. Oh, Gina is saying, hey, 81 in California. Hey, yep. Ed, where are you at? You know, I would love
north of me.
Yeah. Oh, Baltimore, Maryland. Oh, I hope. Okay, wait. No, I learned my lesson. There must be some Baltimore, some another state, but maybe Maryland. Okay.
No. So.
Hey, maybe. Gina says I'm retired, Doug.
Good for you, Gina. So she's selling for fun.
Yes. Hey, Kimberly says humidity stinks, and we have a famous saying here that don't worry, it's a dry heat, but it's like a corpse, you know. Yeah. So I don't know. The grass is not greener here, Kimberly. Okay.
It's brown in California because we've got the drought.
So oh yes.
We're not supposed to water, but I have fake grass in my backyard, so it's green all the time, no matter what I do. So
that's right.
Too. That's the way to go.
That's right.
And I love to lay on it with the dogs because it's nice and toasty.
Kevin and Moose.
Yeah, Kevin and Moose. They are here asleep. You may hear them snoring later.
Yep.
Cheryl hasn't. Don't tell anybody. Cheryl hasn't told her job yet that she's retiring.
I know. I didn't even want to publish it. So this is
Hopefully they're not watching. It's another Cheryl, another Yaya rambles.
Exactly. No, that's another, you know.
That's right.
But no. Yes, absolutely. So, Doug, let's do this.
All right, let's get started.
Do the monthly Reseller Community Podcast Recap.
Yes. All right, everybody. All right. I noticed Tiffany Turner's here. So we got to go back. This was a great episode. Tiffany Turner, List Perfectly's marketing manager, came on and talked about the List Perfectly referral program. It was her first time on the show. She did a great job, great voice. She's so bubbly and positive, and it was a great episode. Talking all about referral programs. What'd you think of it, Clara?
I think it was amazing, Doug. I really like the way both of you interacted, explaining our List Perfectly referral program because it's organic, and I think that it's nice to put a face to who is managing so many aspects of that program to be in contact. Because one thing is, perfect, we have a dashboard, we have technology, but what Tiffany is doing, connecting, helping us, to do collaborations with the community, make sure that all of our referral members are being heard in this different social media channels. So I am excited that, look, I'm sharing. I'm like, I'm sharing this. Okay, so I'm going to go here. It is episode 24, season 2, the List Perfectly referral program with Tiffany Turner, interviewed by Snoop Doggy Doug Smith.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And so, that was great. Tiffany did a great job. She's going to be back. We talked about the referral program. And it's a surprise that a lot of LP users don't know about it. So we're just trying to spread the word. It's a way for you to help spread the word about List Perfectly, a way for you to make a little money too, frankly.
That's right. And are you a reader? Maybe you don't like YouTube. Maybe you don't like podcasts. So guess what? Snoop Doggy will do the transcripts. Here it is. Check this out. There is a transcript. So This is, in this case, this is a transcript for an episode. There it is, Tiffany and Doug. So it's exciting. We'll do whatever it takes, okay, to reach out with the right content.
Yeah.
That was exciting. Thank you again, Tiffany. What an episode, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And like Clara said, as you go over there to the sellercommunitypodcast.com, we've got we call them the show notes pages. So basically, you can also link out to listen to the show there. And we've got the transcript because we know Vicky Egan loves to read. She reads every week. I should insert a hi, Vicky, in the middle and see if she finds it. And then it's also, we also have all the links there, List Perfectly links, links related to what we talk about. So referral program links in there, and then if we have a guest, we'll have all their social media in there. So that's the reason we have that website. And it's so you can have that supplemental, and we could always include more stuff in there if we wanted to put videos or photos, things like that. So you never know.
Hey, check this out. Alex, welcome. Alex Rivas says you all would make a lot more if it was free and you just had add-ons on the side. Alex, okay, I have good news for you. The seller community podcast, okay, is a free resource of List Perfectly. List Perfectly has many free resources regarding ads on the site, okay. It's important that because we're sellers, okay, it's important about keeping the ethics and the neutrality, especially when you're addressing to a seller community podcast. So I understand maybe other companies, that's what they do, but that's not the philosophy of List Perfectly, where we as former resellers, we're not in as List Perfectly. It's not about, let's say, just getting more customers. We're really building List Perfectly to be exactly what the community needs and giving you free resources like the seller community podcast, the blogs, the transcript, YouTube, right? So many other things.
Exactly. And there are a lot of sites that do that, but I'm not a fan of ads clogging up the feed and showing you maybe not what you're looking for. We just want to be authentic. We want to tell seller stories. We want to give you information. We want to help you grow your business. So, not really a fan of that way to generate just extra income.
Exactly. But we appreciate the feedback, Alex. Any feedback, we always share with everybody. Any feedback, we just wanted to share with you the true vision and mission. As a former reseller, like Doug says, and former eBay employee, I remember I remember when eBay, okay, it started to put a lot of ads. You remember that was distracting? I remember eBay tried that, and I'm so happy that now, it's not down to all the ads that are maybe distracting from when you're having the need for that content, whether it's something that is like technical or a resource that you might need right away for your business, right?
Well, and I'll tell you too, and based on what you just said, and with ads, is like we're a very high trafficked website. We could make a lot of money off of ads, but also it's like we don't want to. Frankly, we don't want to send you off the site. If you click an ad, you go off the site too. It's like we could do that, but we just choose not to. And there's a lot, like Clara always says, we don't pay for content. We don't pay people to post content. We put out a lot of our own content. Obviously, it's authentic. Top to bottom, we're sellers. We use List Perfectly. We have a lot of sellers. It's called user-generated content. We have a lot of sellers that do content for us, and we'll do stuff with them. We'll come on their shows, or they'll come on with us. But if you just go to any of the, social sites and search the hashtag List Perfectly, you'll see a lot of content that's from sellers and is about List Perfectly and not from us. So see a lot of new names. Lisa.
Yeah.
Her son opened his eBay store. Oh, binge watching our videos. Thank you so much. And Lisa, so again, and I'll put the link in there while I'm talking about it, but big resource, one of the biggest resources we have is the List Perfectly Facebook group. And so it's not just about List Perfectly, it's about selling as well. So, you or your son can come in there and ask questions, chat with other sellers. And we have a ton of free resources for sellers, the podcast, the blog, and we'll share those links out. And we're also hopefully tomorrow we'll have a blog post out on all of the free resources we offer for sellers.
Here it is. Here's
Let
the
me get
list
that
perfectly
Facebook
group.
link.
Over 9,300 people. There is me doing a little recap, but I just wanted to share. We have a lot of activity. This is our List Perfectly group. We're constantly posting, and I am present in the group. So is Amanda. So is Doug. So is Tiffany. We don't provide tech support on social media channels, but we can certainly help you with any suggestions about growing your eBay business or better practices about List Perfectly, right, Doug?
Exactly. And one of the main reasons we don't provide that tech support is because a lot of times it's an account specific thing or a settings thing or something that we have to look at, and it's not really efficient to do that via social media. But you can certainly come over there and ask List Perfectly questions, ask selling questions. We've
eBay.
also got Teresa's Listing 101 on Tuesdays.
Yep.
And then
Lisa,
it's
join.
huge.
That's a free resource. There
Yep,
it is
another
for
free
Alex.
one.
So join that. You don't need to be a List Perfectly customer. All right. So Lisa, join Listing 101. Come to our Facebook group. All right. Teresa, all my marketing team will post, okay, about the link for you. It's a intimate session that is not broadcast to any social media or stream to any social media channel. And Teresa, 25 plus years of experience, okay? She'll tell you, oh, she was a speaker for eBay. Here is Doug, former eBay employee. So you're in good hands. Come to the community, ask your questions. We will help out.
Yeah. And like Clara said, is like with these lives that we do weekly, some weeks like this, we have multiple lives, but those are always archived on our YouTube as well. And for privacy reasons, Listing 101 isn't, because we have people that come in and talk about their accounts and things like that. But it's a great, live 101 with Teresa Cox, who's very, not only eBay knowledgeable, 26, we might as well say 26. I'm going to tell her 26. 26 years on eBay. And
she lets us say that.
Well, we might have to check with her, check the NDA. But and Clara, what's the other big distinction she has?
Number one user
of
many. Okay. Number one user of List Perfectly. Number one cheerleader of Clara and Amanda when we were like broke, no money. I don't know. I didn't even want to call, answer the phone to Amanda's parents. Okay, literally, it's like, when you feel like, and you have something great, but it wasn't, we were not still in eBay Open. And thanks to Teresa, we went to eBay Open, and that changed everything for us.
And I just put the link to that podcast episode recent, a few back, where Teresa, Clara, and Amanda talk about that, what a big part Teresa's played in List Perfectly's growth and how important eBay Open 2019 was, because it just kind of shot, it's like not even a roller coaster, like a rocket from there.
That's right. No, that's right. If anything, I have to give it to eBay. One thing, hey, all companies, marketplaces could have challenges, but I have to tell you, eBay does create and foster a community, and that has been crucial for resellers like myself to grow our businesses. And sometimes the challenges that eBay post himself is what propelled us to even grow, okay, maybe expand to different stores or on so forth, so I'm so excited. Teresa is sharing her incredible journey with eBay, with List Perfectly, and so much more.
And speaking of that, speaking of eBay, speaking of the podcast, next week, the podcast episode, Clara and I are talking about eBay resources for sellers, seller resources that eBay has, and eBay resources that List Perfectly has for sellers. So tune into that next week.
That's right. Yes, Lisa is asking, okay, for the Teresa 101. I know she's not a customer yet, so she won't be able to see the banner of List Perfectly at the top. But Lisa, don't worry. Go to my free group, free Facebook List Perfectly group. All you have to say is agree to our terms, the classic okay, be kind and courteous, no trolling, and then no tech questions, okay, because we have so many ways to ask for tech support, and that's for people that already have list perfectly. But you can ask, for example, you didn't sign up, you can ask tech questions like, hey, would I be able to import in bulk schedule eBay listings, or am I just limited to active listings? I don't know. I'm just playing.
Okay. Yeah, Lisa, and like Claire says, the link will be in there, and it'll be in your list perfectly notification banners. And that's the thing. A lot of times Zoom meetups like this, they don't share the link publicly, because a couple months ago, Amanda and I were on a seller Zoom, and they had shared the link publicly, and some trolls got in and caused some havoc. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it was
Really?
tough. Yeah, it
Wow.
was a
Insane.
bummer. Yeah.
Hey, I gotta hold on a second, Doug. Okay, I gotta do a call to Gloria K Designs. 1 year using the business plan. Gloria, congrats!
Yeah. All
Hey,
right. Congratulations.
you could win today a free month of LP.
You never know.
We don't know. All
This
right. Hey,
scientific process.
check
Oh,
this out, Doug.
Gary Legarski. I think Gary
Hey,
and I have met at some
Gary.
point.
Thank you for watching.
Nice.
Good,
That's the
good,
way to do
Gary.
it, Gary.
Yes, when you want to think multi-channel, let List Perfectly do the work, okay? Don't be resizing images, tweaking content. When you import to LP will make sure that we're sending the right image size. We will give you word alerts if you're, for example, saying the word PayPal in Mercari. God forbid you say that, okay? It's bad.
Yeah.
So that's the benefit of using the List Perfectly catalog. List Perfectly much more than a cross-posting service. It's about helping you optimize your listings. It's about helping you to be in compliance all the time with all the marketplaces. If you're listing, the average List Perfectly user cross-posts to 4 different platforms. So imagine, okay, and we're talking about 6 digits plus, okay? So it's very important, like I said, the right tools, okay, will help to grow your reselling business in the right direction.
And then let me say too, here's an interesting thing. So I know we love eBay, but eBay's got this new listing form that's not super popular with sellers. So what Greg will be able to do is he can list to eBay via List Perfectly, and it'll make that process easier for him. You don't have to worry about that that new listing flow that people don't like. Somebody
That's
just
right.
asked about the pro plan, so I'm putting that link.
That's right. That's right. Hey, Gary says, I hope to meet you all in person one of these days. Gary, you know that we are very active on the seller community. So we have the Boss Reseller Remix in Vegas, October 17th. We have FlipCon in North Carolina or South Carolina?
Yes,
Sorry.
North Carolina.
My bad. Okay, so sorry. Okay, I must have offended. Okay, sorry.
I think they'll forgive. I think they'll forgive you. I think it's going to be okay.
Okay.
Both of them.
Thank you. I have never been there. Is the one with the red dirt or the one without the red dirt?
No idea. We'll find out though at the end of
That's
August.
all I know. There is one with red dirt and the other one doesn't have red dirt. So I'm so intrigued. Okay, but FlipCon, okay, with Josh Burnell, Harry Tornado, incredible. List Perfectly, and then we have more stuff coming with the Nurse Flipper. It's incredible. So we are gonna be attending many seller community events. So yes, we hope to meet you in person as well.
Yeah, and there's more that are popping back up. PoshFest 2022 just got announced today, and that's going to be back in person. So more events are coming back in person. We hope for eBay Open next year. We'll see. Oh, Thrift Store Party Bus.
I was, of course, I can't help it, And so we have a seller community, okay, thrift store, party bus, all right, and then we have like a little booth in the back, okay, where you can list, okay. List Perfectly little booth, okay, so you can list it there and just keep going on the go.
The workstation, yeah.
I love it. This is fun, Doug.
All right,
right. What else did we do?
Patricia says North Carolina's red dirt.
Oh,
all right.
so excited. Oh, of course, I want to see South Carolina, but I'm excited to see the red there in North Carolina, where I come from, in Argentina, Doug. I come from a little province. It's called Misiones,
Okay.
Missions, and we have red dirt.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Yes,
Huh.
it's the iron on the
Oh,
atmosphere. In the, of course, I'm sorry, I'm not a geologist. Okay, so, but it's the iron, the excessive iron on the atmosphere in the environment.
how interesting. All
Uh-huh.
right. Okay. All right. All right. Well, should we get to our next episode?
That's
So we
right.
had a good run. So next we had season 2, episode 25, Rachel Bagnick, a practical, fun, entertaining, and accidental reseller. She got selling accidentally, she said. And so let me include the link. What'd you think of that one, Clara?
That was incredible. To my surprise, all of you, okay, I was like, what? You're not a Poshmark native seller? How did that
Exactly.
happen? So you need to listen to this podcast. I met Rachel when she was a compulsive posher. Okay. The woman was all over Poshmark. Okay. And she still is. But in this episode, to my surprise, you're going to hear from herself what happened. That was a surprise, Doug, huh?
Yeah, I was surprised too. It was really surprised because I thought she was, like you said, I thought she was hardcore Poshmark, and she
Uh-huh.
is, but she started somewhere else, and then as we all have, learned some lessons and applied that to where she moved on. But she's also got an active YouTube channel, like so
That's
many
right.
sellers do,
That's
active
right.
Instagram, putting out content to help other sellers. But and it was fun, entertaining, and practical. She's very
Yes.
practical as well.
Oh, absolutely. I know. I was so impressed. I'm gonna share right now her Instagram. She's big on. She's starting to go bigger in YouTube, but her Instagram is where she's the biggest. And again, this is a part-time seller. Part-time, okay.
Yeah.
This person has a full-time job. Then she goes and resells, like we say, for reals.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
she goes and resell. And then I don't know how she does content. So other sellers, okay, can, she's so unselfish, just incredible. Rachel by R Bagnick. Rbagnik. Incredible. Thank you again, Rachel. She's an incredible member, early adopter also of List Perfectly.
And she's also a Zoom instructor in her spare time.
Yes,
Not
yes.
Zoom, Zumba. Zumba.
Zumba, 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 Zumba.
Zoom's different.
Yes, yeah, Zoom instructor. I love it. Oh,
So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And yeah, it's one of those too. It's like, where does she find the time to do all that she does? And she's looking to grow more.
yep.
And yeah, and she works in human resources, and something about recognition. So she's really big on recognition and helping people
Right.
out. So that was another awesome episode.
No, that's incredible. The Seller Community Podcast, Season 2, Episode 25. Rachel Bagnick. Okay, a practical, fun, entertaining, and accidental, indeed, reseller. You
Exactly.
gotta listen to this. And if you are a posher and you are struggling, okay, maybe to go to eBay, or if you're an eBayer that is struggling, okay, to go to other channels. I can't wait for you to listen to this episode.
Definitely. And some great tips, and just, then that's what it's all about, is learning about seller stories, learning about the tips they have. And there's her Instagram. Lots of love for Rachel in the chat here.
Yes, lots of love. Ah, yes,
And I
yes.
see some background remover love too.
Uh-huh. Gina, you're addictive, huh? Oh, it's just, yeah, we understand it's a great tool, okay? And will make you look so professional with all channels that you will be reselling. And then you can keep your natural backdrop, okay, for
Yeah.
social media channels like Instagram or Shopify, where they allow you to do posts as you please because that's your store.
Yeah, and I remember a couple of things. I remember back at eBay, Jim Griffith's photo workshop, and it's like
Uh-huh.
he talked
Yeah,
about lights, he talked about backdrops, he talked
yeah,
about settings on your phone, and you don't need a fancy camera anymore. You can do it with your phone, but here's the settings and all that. Well, now, I mean, that background remover takes away a lot of that need. It's like I don't have to use my big crazy. I have the lights. I have a backdrop that I used to use, but you don't have to do that anymore. Experiment around a little bit,
that's
but
right.
that takes away that need for that, and it's integrated into the list perfectly listing flow. And the other
Yeah,
thing I saw the other day, somebody was talking about backgrounds and saying that they didn't like the stuff on a white background. Well, not everybody does, but the marketplaces and Google Shopping like it. So it
yep.
helps your listings get seen, basically.
Yep, and that's the thing. You gotta think multi-channel. And for those of you that you might not want a white backdrop, there is an incredible partner and a great resource of List Perfectly is PhotoRoom. So if you get their application, you will have access to endless templates and endless tools to do your branding, your logos, and your listings look so unique. I highly recommend you. The investment is worth the penny, exactly like this perfectly is.
Yeah, exactly. And they're a great partner. They've got a lot of great tools. Um,
Right, that's right.
just looking at the chat there.
Yes, Gary says, easy and professional, looking for
Yeah,
perfect with the background removers and what is important. You can to sometimes you will go to get tools, okay, like a photo room or list perfectly because you need money yesterday, right? I get it. I know what is to pay mortgages, with just my full-time reselling income. So I know what that is. So you could be on a thrift store, you find that holy grails item, you take a picture, okay, of it in the thrift store, you remove the
yeah,
back, you put a simple title, and then whether you have a business partner accessing LP on a desktop, you could publish that listing in minutes, or maybe you finish, you go to your car, okay, you tether with your laptop, and that's it. You
yeah.
can upload that listing, and then just see, get money fast. The name of the game is to get money fast, as for us resellers, especially with this recession and the inflation economy that I know that is new for you Americans, but me Argentinian, I'm very comfortable. This is like, okay, this
Yeah,
is nothing.
normal
Let,
times.
let me let me show you what inflation and recession is.
Well, we saw a seller sent a video last week where they were literally in the thrift shop taking pictures and removing the background, like you just said. And it's a very efficient way to do it. And then, like we always say, start your draft in mobile, save it, and finish it on desktop.
That's right.
Listing while thrifting.
Yeah, there is a link for photoroom.com, a great resource for our seller community. We highly recommend you. They have free options, but they have very affordable plans, so you can take your reselling business to the next level and give that professional look without having to spend on a designer. Believe me,
Yeah.
designers are expensive, okay? And I understand that when you're taking off your reselling business, you want to start with solutions like these so you can understand your audience and then tweak, okay, your branding
Yeah.
and your templates and your images to what your audience. We both can be selling the same silly phone, okay, but the fact that we're going to have different logos, different missions, different visions, different audience, different ways to reach out, that's what makes a difference. Don't worry about other people, don't worry about recession and inflation. If anything, this is good. We'll do another episode about this. I don't want to get sidetracked. Don't let me get sidetracked.
All right. I will
Doug.
keep you on task. Um, looks like Gina has a question. Gina, you may of course ask your question.
Please, at any time, anybody ask your questions. Okay, I'm gonna put look. Ding. There it is.
Ask us any
Ah.
AUA. Well, while so Gina, pop your question in there. But while we get to that, I'm going to move us on to our next episode.
Yep. What was the next
So I love all the episodes, but there are always some that stand out. This one stood out with Star Bryce and Flippin' Hippos because I don't, and she even said, it's like, it seems like we laughed the whole time. We had a lot, we were serious about some stuff, but we had a lot of fun with Star, and she is awesome. Great story. I had no idea too that she had health issues, and she had to, she took over Keith. She jokes that he's her mysterious partner that nobody
Yeah,
ever sees, but she basically started taking over his eBay account.
that's right.
And so, we talked about that, and you were able to bond, over that because you had a
Yeah,
similar experience in your background too.
absolutely. You need to listen. Are you going through challenges with health? Have doctors told you that there is no other way out for you than sitting on a corner popping pills and just take it easy? Okay, you need to listen to this episode. Okay, I've been diagnosed with early deformative arthritis. That was my diagnosis. Reselling and software changed my life. So if you have been diagnosed with something challenging, whether it's physical or mental, because sometimes a physical chronic pain will take you to another mental state of mind. And just know you're not alone.
Yeah.
Reselling is healing. And here, start Bryson telling you why.
And she talks about that, and the interesting thing too is she sells plushies, clothing, and jeans, but she's a plushie expert. She's got a
Oh,
ton of resources on her website, and she offered a discount code if you want to
yep.
go in and get her learning guides.
Yes.
She's proudest of her plushie guide, and it tells you
But
how to do it all: pricing, cleaning. And I was amazed at the awesome tips she offered too, because I have bags in my garage of
yeah.
old stuffed animals and plushies.
That's right. I'm going to share right now. I love it because she has an incredible YouTube channel. Here
Yeah.
it is. People go and subscribe to this. If this is not about plushies, okay, she will sell much more, but plushies is her niche, okay. And go figure, you can make money out of flipping pre-love plushies. Yes, okay. One of my favorite things that she does is the way how she explains list perfectly. So we're gonna, for example, we're gonna go here. You can see end and release tail listings, listing with me using list perfectly, list perfectly new features. All right. So she's constantly giving us a lot of love and support. And then you can see mini thrift haul. Don't buy into these. Dollar days and fancy. She will give you accountability. What's sold on eBay. She will let you know unselfishly many tips so you can be successful. These are free resources. It's free. Star will charge you nothing to
Yeah.
join her Facebook group, to join her YouTube a free group. Okay, so make sure you're taking advantage. Early adopter, we love you, Star. Thank you for your time.
And she has, Clara, 3 categories: bolo, be on the lookout; no
Yep.
low, don't be on the lookout; and poop is not something not something you want to list. And we've all had those, stuff that you. And she talks about, so when they started out, they would go buy everything they could, and
Yeah,
then that's where they learned some stuff is just not going to sell. And you
exactly.
just you have to learn by experience. You can learn by research, but you kind of have to learn by experience, and that's kind of the lesson that she had. But no low, bolo, and poop listings.
Oh, wow.
Wow, wow.
Zaira Ramble spent a day thrifting with her. Quick and education. I love it. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Patricia says, what episode is that? Patricia, that would be, hold on, did I get it right? Oh, no, 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 not that one.
It's
I'm going to go back to our podcast.
season 2, episode 26, and I'll put the link right here.
All right. Season 2, episode 26.
Plushies, clothing, and jeans selling with Star Bryson at Flippin' Hippos.
That's right. And if we go back here, you will see it's the latest episode is Ryan, but the prior to that is the episode with Star Bryson, and prior to that is Rachel Bagnick.
And then I noticed up a little bit. I think it was Gina asked her question for you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see it. Clara mentioned that if you have a lot of little items to bundle and put on one listing. I've done that before with no success. Perhaps I'm not doing something right. Any suggestions? Gina, on the bundle, you gotta put one teaser, one item that you're with. I call it my sacrificial item. Okay. The one that I know that I'm gonna lose money, but it's the teaser for the other item. So you can put like a one Lululemon, okay, and then you can put everything else Adidas, okay. You can put I don't know, okay, if it is too early, all right. You can put one golden piece, okay, and then you can put other that are not, maybe that are like plated in gold. You see what I'm saying? So it's the you can always have to put something that is the teaser or the one that you're willing to lose a little money, because on the overall picture you will make money, and also you're decluttering yourself from items that are not fitting your audience or your business model.
There you go. Good advice. Good advice. And then, always try different things. Different things work differently. And we're big on decluttering.
Oh, so big, so big. And remember, even toilet paper rolls, not selling toilet
Yeah.
paper, just the empty rolls. Okay, you can bundle that. Okay, and remember, corks. Okay, I'm broken dishes for mosaic projects. I can, and the list keeps going.
It's like that old saying, one man's junk is another man's treasure.
I learned that in America. I couldn't believe it. Okay. When I used to be I just literally, okay. I used to be a cashier in Target. I kid you not. Okay. You're really broke. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to love to drive through the expensive neighborhoods, and then you go through the alleys and wow, they cost things that are like food TVs that are working, audio systems. I got everything, furniture. It was
Wow.
incredible.
Crazy, crazy.
Been there, done that, Doug.
What's that?
Been there, done that.
Yeah, exactly. Couple other pricing questions in there too.
Oh, really? Okay.
There was another one for you that I think would be good for you to hop in on. Patricia asks.
Patricia.
Patricia. She asks about she says Harry Tornado talks about eBay sell-through rates, super important, but do you look up the rate for each item?
I love this question. Okay, Patricia. So the sell-through rate will depend on what you're selling, okay, how dedicated you're to sell, how fast you're shipping, how fast you're answering questions. Because what good it is if I have this, I don't know, let's see, I'm making this up, Louis Vuitton phone, but I have a 5-day shipping, a 2-day handling, I have no return policy, and I don't answer messages maybe a week later. Do you think my sell-through is going to be horrible? So I highly, when you're going to, I'm not sure if you're pro or new. For those that are new, don't worry about sell-through rates. Just do your best every freaking day and list one item a day, or optimize a listing a day. And the crazy delisting and relisting marathon, okay, and just focus on optimizing. And then if you are an advanced seller, this is where it gets fun, okay? I want you to, okay, perfect. You can see your eBay sell-through rates, right? And the beauty of this is that eBay has the biggest audience. So if you don't have a website, for those of you that don't have a website, you use eBay as your ruler, okay,
There you go.
for other marketplaces. For those of us that have a website, I want you to find the balance between the sell through rates from eBay and your website so you can optimize your website in the right direction until you find your audience. Oh, I can keep talking about this. I love this is my favorite topic, sell through rates and how they affect each different sellers on depending of what part of your reselling journey you are. Patricia, I would highly recommend to come to List Perfectly group. Also, Harry Tornado has a group, okay? And then pop the question and see what different groups say to optimize and accelerate the sell-through rate of your listings in eBay.
Yeah, and that's a great answer, Clara. And Patricia, so it's interesting because basically because of Amazon Prime, buyers expect a certain experience. They expect to find things quickly, get good prices, get things quickly. They expect to be able to return stuff. So it's like, and now we're in this culture is like, I'm sitting here, I had something delivered because I can see outside my neighbor gets 2 or 3 packages a day from Amazon. And we order groceries. You can order anything right now, but buyers have certain expectations, and that kind of ties into the experience too. Is like Amazon buyers or buyers in general come over to eBay and they expect, again, good pricing, to find stuff, quality stuff. They expect to get stuff quickly. They expect to be able to do returns, and then there's the perennial shipping debate, and a lot of you like, I'll whisper this, put your shipping into the price of your item. Put your shipping into the price of your item. No, but not everybody offers free shipping. It depends on what you're selling, but a lot of buyers expect it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to put Yaya Rambo on the chair right now. She's like, I have a garden tub in my master full of RX bottles. I feel you. Yaya, hang in there. This perfectly is gonna come with a surprise. All of you that have a lot of bulky items that you have in a bundle, or you have just bulky items, stand by. We're coming with, we're going to blow your mind. Just stand by. Please don't give it away. Don't give it in your garage sale. I promise we're going to come. That's all I can say. That's all. Right?
A
That's all.
teaser. Hashtag Clara tease. But
Yep.
that's the beauty when we have the CEO, is she can say what she wants. But that's a good tease. And
don't worry, Gloria. Don't worry. Hang in there, Gloria. Okay. Please hang in there. I promise we'll come with something. Okay. And you're going to love it.
That's all we can say.
Oh,
don't ask anymore.
Patricia says, I gave up on my website. So, Patricia, do me a favor. Websites, for those of you, is if you're going to have the extra time to do your branding and you're going to have the same dedication. That's when you got listing on marketplaces like this and you're like, I'm bored. Okay. I need more excitement in my life. I'm going to try the website. Same concept, the website. The problem is that you, on top of listing in your website, I need you to list in social media like Instagram, Facebook, Facebook shops. Okay. Pinterest. It's very important you propel. If you're not going to be paying for if you're like me, okay, if you are not going to be paying for advertising or webmaster or whatever, or optimization, SEO optimization, whatever, you need to lean on social media channels. If you don't have that time, just learn your experience, go back to marketplaces. And this is why marketplaces will charge you, like, what is it, eBay now with the, there is like a minimum threshold now with the promoted listings, 2%.
2%.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's why they charge you 2%. They're doing the Google shopping app. No, they're doing everything.
Yeah. And the marketplaces, what they do is they provide you a place to, a safe place to sell stuff, a safe place to buy stuff. And in some ways they're a hub, but like Clara said, a lot of sellers, will choose maybe a website's your hub, with social commerce, using social media to drive traffic to your listings, that helps you with SEO. But even, if you don't want to do a website, a quick and easy way, Clara, is a lot of sellers have link trees. And that's a singular page you can get for free that you can put all of your links on. And you
Hey,
should put that link in all your social media bios.
that's right. That's right. But
Ooh.
Patricia says, are you cross posting to Pinterest? I have great news. Okay. So there are marketplaces, they have integrations with Pinterest, and that would be Etsy, one of them. And you can get, for example, if you have a plugin, okay, for websites, Shopify, they have plugins so you can go to Facebook Shop, Pinterest, different social media channels. So we done List Perfectly is not integrated with Pinterest. I am curious to see what Pinterest is doing. I couldn't believe, okay, they let go. They have such an upper hand. They just bought an AI company. Let's see where they go. I'm curious. Okay, I'm having my eyes on it, but I was disappointed. I used Pinterest very effectively to grow my Etsy shop. It was a great asset. I wish that they had more integrations as they did with more marketplaces. I thought they could go that direction and they didn't. So I'm just curious to see. It
Yeah.
works with Etsy. That's all I can tell you, Patricia.
And two quick things. Kim pointed this out, but Clara was a user of Pinterest way back in using social commerce way back. And the great thing about Pinterest is not a lot of sellers use it, but it's one of the only sites where you can have an individual post that links out to something. So you could list a listing on there and have it link directly to your listing. You can't do that in Instagram.
Nope.
And then it's also got a very high female audience and a very high click-through to purchase audience as well. I think it's still an underutilized online selling and social commerce tool. But like you said, it's like, what are they thinking? What are they doing? Because you'd think that with social commerce coming up so much now, they would have made some sort of a move. I mean, I
It
don't
blows
know.
my mind. It
It's a
blows my
surprise.
mind that they let it pass. Okay, hopefully
Yeah.
something big is coming. Okay, that was the only reason I decided not to, let's say, partner or collaborate at the moment with Pinterest. I think their growth journey. They're pivoting. I think they have to pivot. Okay,
They have to.
that's not easy. That's not easy.
Yeah. Well, and everything now, we talked about it this morning in a List Perfectly meeting. We talked about short video. Everything's short video. So much short video content right now. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, they're all pushing for that short video content. So maybe Pinterest isn't content with my wife pinning recipes on there. I don't know. All the recipes.
Oh, teaser. Gary says, I need to learn Instagram and how to get my listings to my business Facebook account. Gary, okay. Teaser. Okay. Not this Friday, but next Friday, we're going to be talking about, I think it's next Friday, right, Doug? We're going to be talking about social commerce in List Perfectly YouTube Live Friday, 11 a.m. So that would be great resource for you, Gary. I highly recommend you to watch. We're going to be talking with the marketing manager of List Perfectly. She's an Instagram queen, manages our different List Perfectly Instagram accounts. We have List Perfectly and List Perfectly Inc. is our latest account with Instagram. So we're very excited, accounts that we have built organically. So we're excited to share this knowledge with you.
Yeah, we'll give you the tips, Gary, and you'll see that a lot of sellers, I would say primarily get on there, look around, follow other sellers, see who List Perfectly Inc. is following, and you'll see that. And there's a lot of sellers here in the chat that are very active on Instagram, and they're doing different things, putting out content, but it's all about building up your brand, sending traffic to your listings, and you can sell on there directly. There are some sellers that sell live on there via Instagram Live and Reels.
That's right. That's a later thing. Instagram and TikTok, those platforms are allowing video interface. Now we even have marketplaces like Whatnot, that are all video based doing this. And we have places like Wholesale doing live auctions as well. It's incredible. Video is the future.
It's the future. So here I'm going to segue into our next episode, Clara. So
Mm-hmm.
this week just dropped this morning, such an interesting story. But these sellers specifically talked about selling on Whatnot. They're shoe sellers, they're huge shoe sellers. And way back, they used to do Facebook Lives where
Uh-huh.
people would buy shoes from behind them on the Facebook Lives. And they said, well, we were kind of doing this for a bit.
Yeah.
And that's why we are so into, things like Whatnot and the live selling. And so this morning, we
Yeah.
dropped an episode with Ryan from Renzi. It's Ryan and Lindsay, but Ryan talked to us, and it's season 2, episode 27. Ryan from Renzi, honest, adaptive, and motivated. And such an interesting story, and that learned a ton about them.
That's right. Incredible. This is the episode 27. Ryan and Lindsay. I was mind blown
Yeah.
that all the details he shared. The most important thing that I think that I took from this episode, if you're a Poshmark seller, please, I beg you, okay? Yes, of course, Manish and Tracy are going to listen to this. And I need you to listen to this episode. We're going to be talking in depth about sharing. Should you be sharing bots, sharing tools in Poshmark? What makes you a multi-million dollar seller in Poshmark?
Yeah. Yeah. And Ryan talks same thing. That was his Facebook group story. He says we learned not to overshare. You have to get the balance right. And they're very big on compliance. They're very big on doing it yourself. Don't use bots. Don't
Don't give it
don't.
away. No, no, no. Don't give it away. You gotta listen. No, no, no.
That's true. I give too
Maybe
much.
let's say no, Doug. No, 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 no. Teaser. I'm not gonna let you. Oh, maybe they said you should use a bot. Maybe they're using a sharing tool.
No.
Which one should they? Should you use a sharing tool? What does Poshmark think about that? What does Ryan and Lindsay think about sharing?
Exactly. And they talk about that and their multi-layered business, how they grew it, their goals. And what I love too is they set a goal. They wanted to do every aspect of the business themselves before they expanded, but they expanded in such interesting ways. And then
Yep.
the other thing you have to hear is how they are giving back to specifically the shoe selling community. Pretty amazing. I haven't heard anything like that from other sellers. Plenty of sellers
Yep.
give back with
Yep.
content and help and making themselves available, but this is a really unique model that they have.
That's right. Let me share their YouTube channel because it blows my mind, when I meet humble people. This is Renzi, RNZY, and this is their channel. Okay, we can see the videos. Works, and it's all scratch. Okay, how to create speed in your reselling business. 2 words holding you back. Okay, again, shoes. You can see there is shoes all over. So they resell. Their niche is shoes, obviously.
Mhm.
They might do some other stuff, but literally they do just shoes. And they not only do shoes, but they're sharing with you what you should be spending on, what shoes you should be
Yeah.
buying, how you should be cleaning them, how you should be pricing them, which ones you should not be getting. So this is very important, if you're reselling shoes. See, look, from hookahs, from on Poshmark, on Mercari. I want you to go and subscribe to these people. Incredible wealth of knowledge. And most important, these people are not getting paid to sell you something. They're not getting, this is
Yeah.
I'm not paying them. I am not paying them to come and say things of List Perfectly or anything. This is a seller talking about sharing about their passion, about reselling shoes, and how e-commerce is so big that there is room for all of us. And they just want to help you because they did it. They already got it. They're
Yeah.
they already made it. When you made it to reseller, you have optimized all different aspects or segments of your reselling business, and then you find yourself with a
Yeah.
lot of free time and you start feeling guilty because money flows, and now you're like, okay, I should be giving back. And I think that's something that we share so much with Ryan and Lindsay, and touch my heart.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, they've made time for that work-life balance.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. And that's about doing smarter and not harder. Come and listen. This is about, if you're a Poshmark seller, if you are in trying to investigate about sharing tools, sharing bots, sharing whatever, okay, this is important that you listen to this episode.
And listen, Clara, I don't know if you know this I think,
Yeah.
and Ryan brought it up. Like,
Uh-huh.
obviously we know there are other cross listing options out there. He
Yeah.
brought it up. He said they've tried others. And he said, he talked about his experience with others and why he chooses List Perfectly. And I think
Exactly.
that's the first time this has come up in an episode, nearly probably 70 something episodes. Wait till
Wow.
we hit 100.
No, I'm so glad that, we can make our guests comfortable to speak their minds. And
Yeah.
again, this is, yeah, I might be the co-CEO of List Perfectly, but I'm a reseller just like all of you. I'm first a reseller. I built everything I have out of reselling. Yes, I might be a lawyer, but believe me, I did not build all this because I'm a lawyer, okay, and practice law. So reselling has been the most generous and incredible journey that I have. In sharing these and being grateful and giving back to our community is something that is very close to me.
Yeah, exactly. And again, I've said this before, but what other company do you get direct access to the CEO? What other e-commerce company? I mean, the other ones is you can send questions in, but they'll go through a process, and it's like you've got direct access to Clara here. Ask her questions. And thank you, Kim. As they always say, hey everybody, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. Leave a comment, share with your friends. That's my podcast voice. Do you know? Did I
I
tell you,
love
Claire, when the first time I recorded, I was like this. I thought you had to talk like this. I'm Doug. Yeah. It's like it's all jazz all the time.
Yeah, but I do like I need to get a podcast voice like yourself.
I think it's gotten better since I've done a couple of podcasts a week for how long, but there's definitely an evolution, and I think it kind of comes and goes when I listen. Like when I get excited when we're recording, is like I try to do the breathing that Griff taught me, and I try to do those
Oh,
things.
really?
And yeah, there's breathe in when you speak and things. I try to think about those things, but sometimes it slips your mind.
Oh, yeah, I know. He's so pro. We need to take classes with him, okay?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
he's done a lot. He's done a lot of
yeah,
acting and things like that, and he a radio, eBay for Business podcast.
that's right.
But yeah, and same. It's interesting here. New names every week. That's the Frances.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, I'm so happy you transition. And
Thanks.
remember, we have, if you're, transitioning, whether it's eBay or different platforms, or maybe using different services to list perfectly, just remember LP will help you. We have our customer care team. They are resellers. So not only they're using constantly list perfectly, so we will give you, because there is so many ways to resell and to use list perfectly, you're more than welcome anytime to contact LP, and our team will help you. Or go to our Facebook group or the community to help you with incredible tips and results to grow your business. Much more LP, much more than just a software and cross-posting service.
Exactly. And it helps Ed to have time for his baby, Ed to have time for his full-time job, Yaya to transition out of her full-time job. And I don't know. It's like when we talked to the nurse flipper
Yeah.
a couple of months ago, she talked about when she was still a nurse, she would list in her car, not while she's driving, but she would go
Yep.
take a break and list in her car because she would have drafts that she would build up on mobile.
That's right.
That's the way
And
to
in
do it.
her commute, instead of just being there, she would be like, "Okay, I'm listing." So it's inspirational. We have done podcasts with Kat. That's been exciting. So it's incredible. Again, our seller community podcast, a lot of information for our reseller community, from different backgrounds, using different platforms, and with different journeys.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the great thing is all the stories, all the journeys, and we get to share it. So we're very lucky. And thank you, Clara, for giving me the opportunity almost 2 years ago. I don't know. We were
Oh,
working on it. We were
wow.
working on it before it
Been-
launched.
it's been that long. Wow. If time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah. No, I'm very lucky in particular, but we're very lucky. And thanks for coming on and doing it with me. It's always fun.
Yes, it
Um,
is indeed. Thank you,
yeah.
Doug.
All right. Well, let's see. So one quick thing.
Uh-huh.
Ed's going to try to get to Boss Reseller Remix. And just to talk about, go back to Boss Reseller Remix and FlipCon and other events that are coming back,
Yeah.
is you can go there and there will be, like, let's say there'll be seller presentations, or even if it's an eBay event, they're going to do some smaller in-person events. You will get you'll get presentations from them, but think of the opportunities to connect with other sellers, to meet the people you see online, to network, especially after we've all been pretty locked down for 2 years. It's like that's the hugest opportunity to network. And then, at like an eBay Open, you never know. There's never going to be another list perfectly, but there could be something going on, a meeting of sellers up in a hotel room that
Yeah.
is the seed of something great. And then we'll be there. We're going to be super active in seller events. So yeah, it's been an hour.
I love it. It's been an hour, and this has been fun, Doug. This is exciting. Hey, when do we announce the winners?
All right, I have been told the winner for our scientifically random number generated winner. It
Woohoo!
is, ladies and gentlemen, I need to get a drum roll, but I will cut and paste the name.
All
It
right.
is, fingers, Clara, more arms. Gary Legowski, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Congratulations, Gary. We're very excited for you, Gary. All right. Gary wins, Clara, a free List Perfectly t-shirt and a free month of List Perfectly. And so, Gary, what you can do with that is you can upgrade your plan, or you can just take your current plan and get a free month of it. And then to take advantage of that, we need you to email Tiffany at listperfectly.com. I will put that in the chat.
Ah, there he
All right.
is. Woohoo!
Good
Okay,
fade out the
Gary.
music.
Congrats, Gary. So happy for you. Congrats, Gary.
Gary, yeah, email Tiffany at listperfectly.com and she will hook you up. She'll be keeping an eye out.
Awesome. This has been great, Doug.
Yes, always fun. Thank you, Clara. Thank you, everybody. Love the usual suspects. Love the new faces, and everybody that's coming over. Thanks, Gary.
Thank
And
you, Gary.
thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
And yeah, good luck, Gary. And come over to the Facebook group. Those of you that aren't in the Facebook group, one more time, I'll put the link in there. This is our community, our big spot. It's not just about List Perfectly. It's about selling. There are sellers in there. We're in there. Everybody's in there. We all help each other. And yeah. And then Clara will be back. So I'm going to do a couple plugs for Clara. Clara will be back Friday doing a Mercari live with Kim, who's here in the chat today. That's going to be awesome. Listing perfectly on Mercari. So that's going to be super cool. I'm a big Mercari fan and looking forward to ways that I can optimize my Mercari. The next week on the Seller Community Podcast, we've got eBay resources and eBay seller resources that List Perfectly offers as well. And then we've got a couple great ones coming up that we're working on. And then, more great stuff next week.
Awesome. Oh, Yaya says, Yaya's is doing great with Mercari. Can't wait to talk more about how to list perfectly in Mercari. I'll see you live this Friday. So exciting. Thank you for watching us. Thank you, Doug, for everything you do for the podcast and the blog. And I can't wait to our next live seller community podcast.
All right. Thanks, everybody. And thank you, Clara. All right. We will see you next time.